Hello guys, welcome back to the Whiskey Diaries. I'm going to be your host, Martin Lang. We're here at Death and Taxes, and today we're going to do a Christmas special, as you can see, dressed like in this ridiculous jumper. We're going to go and try and recommend you some whiskey so you can buy for your family, friends, whoever is close to you or whoever loves whiskey. The format that it's going to be done with is just basically, we're just going to recommend whiskies from beginners to medium to actually, well, not so much experts, but people that do drink a lot of whiskey. So the first one that we're going to recommend here is the Glendronach. This is a 12-year-old. This is basically just a gateway to sherry cask. The reason why I picked this one is one of my favorites, and they do sherry cask like no one other. If you don't know what a sherry cask is or what does it do to a whiskey, I'll just give you a quick intro for that one. Sherry casks are obviously barrels that hold sherry in them. They come from Jerez in Spain, and they're made out of European oak. European oak gives the whiskey a little bit more tannins. It's like a little bit more chewy. It's kind of like you got like this pasty taste in your mouth, but it's very dry fruits driven. So imagine dry apricots, dry raisins, and so on and so on. It's excellent on Christmas as well, just because of that. Like it goes excellent with Christmas puddings and all that sort of stuff. The Glendronach, this one in particular, is 12 years old, and it sells for about $70 to $80 a bottle. So it's really, really affordable, and I would recommend this any time of the day, no matter what circumstances you're in. This is a great one. Also, they bottle at 43% alcohol, so it just has a little bit of a kick, which is, I personally think, in whiskey, it never hurts. So that's the first one. The second one that we're going to go is another favorite as well. This is, you'll see this one in one of our other trainings or talks that we did. That is the Nikka. It's the Coffey grain. This one is 100% grain, so I think it's like corn that they use on a column still. They produce a high ABV spirits and then they get to age it, but it's actually almost like it's made very similar to like bourbon is made of, but it tastes completely different, and is actually really, really good introduction to Japanese whiskey as well, and it's a very quirky little whiskey. I would say that this one is more for like a medium person, that you need to understand a little bit of whiskey before you have this one. This is 45% alcohol as well, so it just does have a little bit of a kick as well, and this one sells for about $80 to $90. You can buy them on Dan Murphy's. Most of these whiskeys you can buy them on Dan Murphy's, or you can buy them online. Nix.com.au is a good website to find all of these whiskeys. The third whiskey that we're going to go is we're going to stay local. We're going to talk about Sullivans Coves. This is a double cask maturation, American. I'm pretty sure it's American bourbon and sherry cask as well. The thing about Sullivans Coves, I'm not sure most people know, they won a lot of awards in the last couple of years, so the whiskey is in high demand. So it's actually quite hard to get. You have to buy them directly through the website. You can't find this. It's very hard to find it in Dan Murphy's. And it actually is quite expensive as well for what it is. This is like, because this is not even, barely reaches 5 years old, and it goes for like almost $280 a bottle. The whiskey in itself is absolutely stunning. It's a really, really good whiskey, and I would recommend this for people that are actually a little bit more medium to advanced as well, to understand the difference between like Scotch whiskey and an Australian whiskey. This one in particular is 45% alcohol as well, and as I said, like you can probably just buy it online directly from the website. Now, the fourth whiskey that we're going to go to is, again, one of my favorites as well. This is the Macallan 12-year-old. It's a 100% sherry oak cask, the same as Glendronach. The difference with those two whiskies is that Macallan have a different type of still than Glendronach does, so it produces a little bit more like I would say, lighter spirit than Glendronach. So this one will be so front heavy on the palate. This one will be a little bit more subtle. There's two sherry casks actually, 12-year-old Macallan. There's a new one that got released this year. There is the Macallan Cherry Oak. That is for Australian market only. It comes with a golden cap. This one in particular is called the Sherry Oak Casks. It says cask on the front of the label. This is actually got produced for the American market and it's actually produced at 43% alcohol, and it's a lot more sherry driven. Excellent whiskey. You can get it, you can drink it at any time of the year and all that stuff, and sells only for $120, $150 at nicks.com.au. Spacer whiskey, absolutely lovely. Then we're gonna go to the Ila now. So Caol Ila 12-year-old, so number 5th whiskey. Today the reason why I basically choose this one in particular is because this is more like almost advanced, I would say, on whiskey tasting. Like people that like this whiskey, people that have been drinking whiskey for a while and they like the smokiness and that like really smoky flavor. And obviously this comes from Islay. The only difference to other whiskey, smoky whiskies that they do is that this goes into a lot of the Johnny Walker bottlings and a lot of the blended whiskies that goes around Scotland. The actual distillery of this one is not very attractive, if you want to put it say, like it's only one person that runs the whole distillery with a computer, but the whiskey that they produce is actually stunning. The 12-year-old is only 12-year-olds in American oak, but as if you pour this on a glass, you will see that the whiskey is almost crystal clear. That's because they use second fill or third fill barrels, which allows the whiskey actually to shine a lot more instead of just having so much wood notes. It's an excellent whiskey, an excellent gift to anybody that enjoys a lot of whiskey. And then the final one is, this one is a little bit of special. This the Balvenie 21-year-old. We already did a session on this one as well. It's a PortWood, it's a double maturation, which means I'm not sure how many years, but they put, I think it's over 15 years in American oak, and then they put it in PortWood casks. PortWood being casks that previously held port. Now, the reason why I picked this one as well is because this would be someone that you give to someone special. This goes for $100, $280, $300 a bottle, and it's one of the best 21-year-olds I ever tasted. It's absolutely stunning. There's not a flaw that you can do, that you can have with this whiskey. This one will be someone that you will recommend this whiskey to someone that you really, really care about, or someone really close to you. And yeah, so that's basically it for us. These are all the whiskies. Obviously there's hundreds and hundreds of whiskies, but this, I believe, is a good pick just to give away to anybody that that they drink whiskey to, or even someone that is just learning how to drink whiskey. So Merry Christmas all, Happy New Year's, and Slanjaba. Delicious.